Let's discuss now hierarchical network model. The hierarchical network model was introduced by Collins and Killian in 1969, which proposed 3 points: that information is stored in categories. That's the first point. Second is that categories are related to each other in their hierarchy. And the third point is that information which is stored at one level is not repeated at the other level. Now, this model works on 2 types of relations. One is taxonomic relation, and third is second is the attributive relations. Now, the first type deals with the major concepts, and the second one is regarding the features that the concepts or the basic information has. The model suggests that semantic memory is organized into 2 categories. The first being nodes, which is referred to being major concepts. So the first level and the first type of category concerns with the major concepts, such as animals or a bird. The second is a property, also referred to as being the attribute or features of the concept, such as brown or wings. So now we will look at how these 2 types of categories contribute in the hierarchical network model. Now you have this image in front of you and you can see these nodes. Now, the major concepts, animal, birds, and then you have these small arrows. They point towards the attributive features. And these are the basic major concepts. And then under the concepts, they have their attributive features. The important point to understand is that when you listen or you hear a word about any concept, reaction time has a lot of importance in the aspect of experimental psychology, that how the time contributes in the assessing of or processing of the information. Now, suppose you listen to a statement which says, "A canary can sing." Now, when you hear a canary, this activates the canary category in the memory. You then scan the properties of the canary categories for relevant information. If you find it, you stop the search process and you respond. And in this case, your response would be true. That yes, it can sing. Suppose the statement, "A canary has wings," you start by performing the same step as before, but you don't find relevant information. So you follow the line up to the next category, bird. You then scan the contents of the category for relevant information. You find has wings in this category. So you stop the search and respond true. Now this is the second step, which is more than you had with the previous statement. Mental steps take time to perform. Your reaction time should be longer than it was when you were responding to "a canary can sing." Suppose the statement "a canary eats." You go through all the steps you did with the previous statement plus more. You move up 1 level to the hierarchy of animals. Then scan the properties. The retrieval process is similar to a form of logical deduction, which is called syllogism. Now, what is syllogism? Syllogism is when you are given 2 premises and then a conclusion. The first premise is a general premise, like all humans are mortal. And the second premise is a specific case, like Socrates is a human. And then you come to a conclusion and you say Socrates is mortal. So similarly, with the statement "a canary eats," it's like you think all animals eat A canary is an animal, therefore a canary eats too. So this is the hierarchical network where the major concepts are there in the form of a hierarchy, and their attributive features are also there and closely connected to each other in their hierarchy. To conclude, in the hierarchical network model, we store our knowledge of words in the form of semantic network, with some words represented at higher nodes in the network than others. Although the hierarchical network model can explain some results, it is too rigid to capture all of our tacit knowledge of the lexicon. It does provide the information in the form of concepts and the attributive features, but it is considered a very rigid form of presenting the information, which is sometimes dealing with the tacit information.